Hey everyone, welcome to another macro photography video. So today I'm out for another little photo walk in my local forest, and I've got these close-up filters from NiSi with me to test along the way, and I'm just gonna try them out, see how they work with my setup with the Laowa 65mm, but I'll talk a little bit more about the technical stuff later. For now, let's just get right into it and see what we can find. So, NiSi have sent me two of these close-up filters. First of all, the 77mm close-up filter, which has lower magnification, less diopters, but it's great because you can clip it onto something like a telephoto lens or a lens with longer focal length, and even if it's not a macro lens itself, it allows you to go quite close to higher magnification. But the one that's more interesting to me is this 49mm macro lens, which basically you can add it onto an existing macro lens to get more magnification. It has higher diopters, higher magnification than the 77mm filter thread, and that means that you can use it. In this case, I'm going to be trying it on the Laowa 65mm, which already goes to 2 times magnification on its own, but with this filter, it gets me to around 3 times magnification. And this one comes with, both of them come with 2 different step down or step up rings to allow you to use them on different focal or different filter threads, lenses with different filter threads. With the 49mm, it comes with one from 62 and one from 67mm. So if your lens has a different filter thread than that, which mine does, mine has 52mm, you'll have to get a step down ring separately. So I've ordered a 52 to 49mm filter thread, and that allows me to just screw it straight onto the front of this lens. And as an example to show how this works, I found a very cool little beetle here, which is surprisingly was staying still for quite a while. It's gone now, but I managed a few photos before it started moving, which was a kind of ground beetle in the genus Notiophilus, which looks really cool. And I've seen these not that rarely, but they're usually super active, so I was happy to be able to get some photos. This one is just with the Laowa 65mm with no extra filter on top, and you can see the magnification. And then here's another shot that I've added the 49mm macro lens from NiSi, and you can see that it's already a bit higher magnification. I believe that allows me to get to around 3 times magnification. And then after that, since it was still staying still, just to compare as well and to get even closer, I did use the Laowa 25mm for this shot at around 2.5x magnification, and for this one around 4 times magnification. These are all very, very slightly cropped just to remove stacking artifacts around the edges. So I've been using this 49mm close-up lens for a little while already. I haven't got that many photos, but after looking at the ones I did get on the big laptop screen, on the big computer screen, the image quality from them seems great. They're very sharp, and I haven't really noticed any loss of sharpness compared to the very sharp Laowa 65mm lens. And there's very few chromatic aberrations or other artifacts. If you look towards the corners, for example, in this picture of the slime mold, there's a slight amount of distortion, but it's very minimal, less than with other similar products I've used. I don't really find it distracting, and that might also have something to do with the fact that this is a lens with a lower focal length. If you use something like a 90-100mm macro lens, you might notice less distortion like this. And otherwise, the build quality is very solid as well. And they come in, both of these lenses come with a very nice little carrying case, which is nice that you can put them not directly in the bag, and that also is very good quality. I haven't used the 77mm close-up lens quite as much, but I did try it out briefly when I had the Fujifilm 70 to 300mm telephoto lens, and as far as I could tell, the image quality seemed good on that one as well. If you want to go more in depth, there are lots of reviews of all of the NiSi close-up filters on YouTube as well. So on this small piece of wood here, I found there's quite a few of, I believe it's jelly fungus, something like that. And among the jelly fungi, I've spotted a tiny little weevil, which I believe is the species Brachyonyx pinnati, which is quite a pretty looking species, very, very small. And so having something like this to allow me to get to higher than 2 times magnification is quite nice. Even with this, it's a bit small in the frame, but I think it will make a nice picture. I'm using this orange beech leaf as a background to get a bit more color, get my lighting right, and it's nice to have this picture because normally might not have as interesting a background on a species like this, so to get not only an interesting species but have these orange fungi adds an interesting element to this photo. I think that this looks quite nice. So in my last video, I had a few pictures that I got, which I had a springtail a bit smaller in the frame on top of a oak or beech leaf. And I thought it was quite an interesting effect with the veins, but I had an idea, which is that I could try to actually backlight the leaf additionally to the flash to accentuate these veins a little bit more and have a bit more interesting lighting. So I forgot to actually bring an extra light with me for that and light panel, but I'm actually just going to use my phone. I'm going to turn my phone's flashlight on, put it down here, and then if I find a leaf with a springtail on it, like this, I can then carefully place it on top. Might have to hold the leaf there with my left hand and put this spot with the springtail right on top of my phone's flashlight. And then when I take a picture, I'll just do a test shot, you can see that the leaf itself is backlit and you've got some really interesting lighting, a bit more of an interesting lighting effect. So in this case, this one's moving, but I'll keep looking around and see if I can find one that is staying still enough that I can get a stack. And I think that this is quite an interesting effect and adds something interesting to the photos that I got last week. So I think I got a few photos with these close-up filters that I'm quite happy with, and as a little kind of reward for anyone who's made it this far in the video, NiSi have sent me an extra set each of the 49mm and 77mm close-up filters, and I'll be doing a little giveaway of those too. If you want a chance to win one of these close-up lenses, you can see all of the information is in the description of this video. And yeah, that's I think all I've got for now. I hope that you maybe picked up some tips from this video as well, and otherwise just enjoyed the photos. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.